Hey, nerdy sports fan here. We're giving out draft grades and we're getting into the NFC East. Let's kick things off with Big Blue. That's right, the Jersey Giants. Now, I think David Gettleman has gotten a bit of a bad rap. Um, I really like his talent evaluation. And, he was right on Daniel Jones. The rest of the draft community was wrong. So I'm big enough to admit that. Now, last year when I graded the Giants, I said, look, it really depends on Daniel Jones. I gave it a B because I absolutely loved every other selection outside of Daniel Jones. And my biggest problem with the Jones pick was that he just drafted him so high. And you likely could have gotten him further down the board. I stand by that. But when you know it's right, you know it's right. So just get your guy. And I understand that too. And in this draft, you didn't really have those questions to deal with. So first overall for the Giants was Andrew Thomas. This, in my mind, was a no-brainer. A lot of people were mocking him getting Mekhi Becton or A.J. Simmons or just any of the other tackles outside of Andrew Thomas. And I thought that was madness. Madness. Andrew Thomas is far and away the best left tackle in this draft. No questions asked. He is the most productive. And college production matters. Okay? When you say, oh, Becton's he's just so much bigger and he's a better athlete. Yeah, okay. How well can he play football? Because Andrew Thomas was an anchor for one of the better programs in the country since his freshman year. And he does not allow his quarterback to get touched. Period. So, can you say that about Becton? No, you can't. And not to mention, it's not like Andrew Thomas is so much worse an athlete. All right, this guy is, he's not 6'7" like Becton. No, he's 6'5". He's still 300 plus pounds. He's still a decent 40 time, not like a 40 time fucking matters for an offensive lineman anyway. So yeah, he's the perfect selection at that point. I really appreciated it. Later on, we have Xavier McKinney, a guy that I thought could have gone in the first round. Because very, very similar to A.J. Simmons, who everybody was just drooling over, Xavier McKinney has played multiple positions. And he played multiple positions for a program, you might have heard of him, Alabama? Yeah, that Nick Saban coaches a defense that's so similar to professional defenses, it's very difficult to find the variance. Very, very difficult. And Xavier McKinney played deep safety, he played in the box as a linebacker, and he played nickel for that defense. Almost an even number of snaps across those positions, and played all of them well. So, you got a Swiss Army knife for your defense when everybody was saying A.J. Simmons was the guy that you needed for that exact reason. So, yeah, you got yourself a franchise left tackle and you got your defensive Swiss Army knife right afterwards. Kudos. Now, the offensive line is obviously a point of interest this year because Matt Peart is going to be your right tackle. So you have your left tackle and you have your right tackle. And a little further down in the draft, you got Shane Lemieux. Lemieux is coming from Oregon, which had the best offensive line in the country from one end to another. So you've gotten 3 offensive line starters for a team whose most desperate need was offensive line. Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones have to be doing fucking backflips. They're so damn happy. Because now we're going to be able to see what they can do. And they've got a few years of experience between the two of them now. So I'm anticipating a fantastic season from Saquon. Not like we haven't already seen those. And a big leap forward from Daniel Jones, who definitely looked like the man last year. And now is going to have enough protection to show us what he can really do. So I really appreciate the focus on the offensive line. Outside of those guys, Darnay Holmes is a meh sort of thing for me. I think he's going to profile as second or third, maybe fourth corner, and he's going to need to help out on special teams in order to even make the roster. So he better be ready to, line up against some gunners and keep the return man clean. He better be good in punt and kick coverage, because that's the only way he's getting significant time. I understand the defense backfield has been atrocious for the Giants, but his level of talent didn't necessarily pop off the screen. Okay, he was effective, but nothing extraordinary. And when you're gauging a college player, you want extraordinary, because all of the extraordinary players from college are in the league. All right? And the remainder of the draft after Lemieux, Cameron Brown, Coughlin, Brunson, Williams, Crowder, all of those guys are people that are going to be filling your special teams units. Hopefully they work out. They're going to be rotational players at best. So it's not really worth talking a lot about them. But I cannot stress enough, between Peart, Lemieux, and Thomas, how effective Gettleman was at finding offensive linemen that are going to be day one starters for a team that so desperately needed offensive line help. And offensive line is pretty crap across the league. So if you can get just up to average, that will make such a difference in the play of both Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones. It will cascade through the entire team. All of a sudden, the receivers that weren't necessarily great fill-ins for Odell Beckham are going to look a hell of a lot better. Not to mention, Evan Ingram is going to look a hell of a lot better. You already have one of the best tight ends in the league. Now, he's going to be able to develop his routes more. He's going to be able to go on more routes because he's not going to have to stay and chip in the blocking scheme in order to keep Daniel Jones upright. He'll actually be able to be out there in his routes as a target instead. That's going to make a huge difference. So I think the offensive line fortitude gained in this draft is going to be the most significant development that the Giants offense has had in my entire lifetime. So I really appreciate Gettleman's focus there, and also happening to pick up Xavier McKinney, who has the same kind of positional flexibility that you were getting out of A.J. Simmons, and being able to get him as late in the draft as you did. So there's a lot of value in these. I'm giving Gettleman an A because I think he just killed it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit up the rest of the videos I have, because I'm doing one of these for every single team in the league, because I've watched way too much film and I've got a lot of things to talk about. Like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Thanks for watching.